Hey everybody, it's Frazier, and we just want to talk a little bit today in our mobile virtual brown bag about farming in the 21st century. Biggest thing for you to think about is you live somewhere, okay? Most of you live somewhere. This is a great place for a variety of reasons for you to be farming, okay? Most people want more community. They want more connection with the people around them. They have some roots in the community, and realtors are no exception. So you live somewhere, you probably have a stake in that community. What's so cool about farming in the 21st century is that you can, using technology, you can add a lot of value in your community by helping it to connect, and that can start to make you the magnet for buying, selling transactions in your community. It can also make you a magnet for people who are relocating to the area, because what we're going to do is we're going to position you as the community builder expert for wherever you live. I'll use an example, Runnymede. Okay, it's a complex or a subdivision in Northern Virginia, and one of my friends lives there. He's a realtor. He lives there, and he was just talking to me about how some other broker got a listing in his neighborhood right down the street, and he's going to have to look at that listing every day because the people in his neighborhood don't know him as a realtor. Now, I'm not suggesting that you have to go around pounding on doors and browbeating your neighbors into working with you. What you want to do is let technology accomplish our missions. And what are our missions? Mission 1 is that they know you. 2 is that they know you as a realtor. 3 is that they know, they like you, they trust you, respect you, and then they choose you. And then, so here's the thinking. Here are the pieces of technology you want to use immediately. The two big pieces that you're going to use are a blog and a Facebook page. Okay, a blog. For those of you who don't know what a blog is just a place where you can update. It's very easy updated. You can make it look like a website, and you can just add stuff to it very easily. Add video, add photos, add text, add all kinds of things. And there's a great tool for creating blogs that enables them to look like, with like navigation bars and all that kind of stuff, look like regular websites. But it doesn't really matter what you do right now. We're going to give you a template at the Extraordinary Agent Day. We're going to give you a template for how to sort of an easy blog setup. But you can use either blogger.com, blogger.com, or wordpress.com. And you can set up a blog really easily. Just set up a blog to start off with so that you can be posting stuff to that blog about your community. I'll talk about what you're going to be posting to that community in a second. The other thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up a Facebook page for that community. And if you go to the Resource Center on the Extraordinary Agent, there is a Camtasia tutorial for how to set up a Facebook page. Now, we do this for our elite agents, where we set you up a Facebook page for your community, and we'll show you how to link your blog and your Facebook page and all that stuff. Because again, we want to make this very, very easy. This is what geographic farming in the 21st century should be, is very, very easy. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, you get that technology set up. Well, what now do you do? Well, what you do now is farming. What you're going to be doing is just sharing stuff in your community. What I did yesterday was, with this cool camera that I have on my dashboard, Major Hazard on my dashboard, I just drove through my community and pointed stuff out. It's weird, too weird to explain.
I won't ask.
So this is the Village Wharf. So does it say? This is Jackson Road from the other way, and the notorious Ingram Place cul-de-sac here on the left. Very unsavory characters in there, like the Kohlers and the Mearses and the McBees. Now, what I'd recommend doing, probably, honestly, is paying somebody $100 for the day to come with you and film you going through your community, talking to people, pointing things out, etc. And this can be some on the car, some by foot. But bottom line, what you can do there is you are right, we're back on after my camera fell. We'll see how long that lasts. But the thing to think about is just starting to share stuff in your community. When you go to the community pool and take pictures and post those onto your Facebook page or the Facebook page for the blog, you go, I mean, this is part of you being committed to the community. Go meet the business owners. Introduce yourself to the business owners and do a little 30-second interview using your digital camera, or using your video camera like this, and put it up on the blog. And what are you doing? You're serving an incredible purpose. You're just sharing. You're introducing the leaders in the community. You can go and look at the if you contact the other agents in the community, you take pictures of their properties, the ones who have listings in the community, take pictures of their properties and put those up on the blog. Because you're the expert on what's going on in the community. Now, what's going to be happening here is that in addition to people in the community starting to discover that that there is this blog, there is this Facebook page, and you're the one who created it, from a search engine perspective or a relocation perspective, people who are interested in Runnymede or people who are interested in Springfield, there are lots of things you can do to improve the search engine optimization to optimize the search, getting picked up in search engines with your site. But this is where your blog entries are constantly updated. These are things that are very well thought of by search engines. Video blogs are highly thought of by search engines because they are seen as dynamic and seen as high value. So you don't have to make we've all seen these like neighborhood or community sites that are just all ads for listings and all just a bunch of like weather and this and that. We're not trying to get everybody and his brother to use this site as their number one reference point or their homepage on their website. What we want it to do is be a very natural community connector. So, for instance, on Facebook, people put up their profiles, and you get to know who's in your community. You're serving an incredible purpose. I would treat it like, I would say, and this is just sort of off the cuff, I would say that it should be less than 1,000. Use a community. You can have multiple blogs, but in order to get some traction, then it has to be a real community. Okay, so I live in a neighborhood, Holland Hall Village, which is about 700 homes, I think. That's a reasonable sized community. The people who live there interact with each other at the Safeway. They interact with each other at the social events. They interact with each other at the pool. That's something where there's a real community potential there. I know another agent in Arlington who has a blog, gets a lot of traffic from her blog. Well, that's a bigger community, right? I would become an expert in Arlington, and there's no reason not to do that as well. What I'm suggesting is that your farm area where you want to get every listing in Holland Hall or in Bellevue or whatever, that's something that is a smaller area. Okay, so that's just something to think about in terms of farming, geographic farming in the 21st century. And this can lead to a newsletter. This can obviously, camera's falling again. This can obviously lead to things like other types of marketing in this area. But now what you're doing is marketing. Hey, here's the unofficial guide to living in Holland Hall. What you just do is collect some information, but you're positioning yourself as that expert. And we'll talk about how to get other people, the other merchants, the other service providers in that area to help facilitate the distribution and the promotion of this, as well as to offset any kind of marketing expenses that you have. That would be another extraordinary agent. My camera's falling. An extraordinary agent little training. Okay, so thanks for watching, and hopefully this has been a little bit of an eye opener in terms of geographic farming in the 21st century. For the resources that we're talking about in terms of blogging and social media, like Facebook, the Facebook fan page. This is not your Facebook profile page. This is your Facebook fan page. Make sure to make sure to check out the Extraordinary Agent Resource Center up at www.theextraordinaryagent.com. All right, and remember, if you have not joined us for our Extraordinary Agent Lunch Workshop, talking about how to apply these breakthrough business strategies in your business, make sure you visit Get a Better Tripod. Make sure that you visit it at www.theextraordinaryagent.com/lunch. Bye-bye.